The Los Angeles Lakers are one of the biggest buyers, I'd say, at the NBA trade deadline. But is it going to be enough to get them into the playoffs and satisfy LeBron's hunger to win games and compete at the highest level? So I actually looked at the odds before we went into this. The Lakers are on DraftKings plus 215 to make the playoffs, minus 275 not to make the playoffs. And it'd be pretty catastrophic of the Lakers to not make the playoffs, considering the fact that they did trade away that 2027 first round pick, which I would say has a great likelihood to be very valuable here. They're 26-32. They've lost 6 of their last 10 games, and they are in the 13th place, 2.5 games back of the Utah Jazz for 10th. So, Pips, not a ton of games left here, but enough to change course here. Do the Lakers have enough to make the playoffs?
I think they will make the play, but I don't know about the playoffs. So I can see them catching up on the 8th or ninth or 10th seed, but playoffs you need to win 2 straight games, and if they are healthy and like on a great run, one of the wins, they can probably beat teams in 7th and 8th place. No one wants to play the Lakers and LeBron James in these playing games,
No.
but I think it will be 50-50 if they get as the lower seed, and that's like a huge gamble. And but like the great thing is the Utah Jazz got rid of some good players, so they could probably drop off during the rest of the season. I am not believer in Portland Trailblazers. Thunders are great, but uh, the loss to Thunders hurts this a lot. That game could actually be very meaningful.
Mhm.
I don't see. It's difficult. Warriors are in the ninth place, and I think they will probably be between Warriors and Lakers, like 9th, 10th place. I can see Lakers like going to the 10th seed and being behind Warriors, Timberwolves, and Kings. I think I think playing teams will be Kings, Wolves, Warriors, and Lakers. I
Interesting.
think Kings will drop off. They started dropping off.
Wow.
They're 5-5 last 10, and they have the most difficult schedule throughout the entire season to the rest of the season. And yeah, I
It's
watched them last night, and I wasn't like I didn't I wasn't happy with the way Kings played last night. Their defense is just very poor.
Yeah, the Kings are a strange one because they're in third right now. They have 32 wins. They have the same amount of wins as the Suns, so you'd have to expect past them at some point. Same amount of wins as the Clippers, who I don't think you can expect that, but I think it's probable the Clippers go over that. The Mavericks are on 31 wins, and with Kyrie there, I think they will start to make a bit of a push. The Pelicans have 30 wins. Once they get healthy, if they get healthy, I think they can make a bit of a push there. So it could be difficult for the Kings. But from a Lakers perspective, I think the Thunder at some point will be a little bit happy to like fall out of that and prioritize a draft pick. I don't think they'll mind that at least. The Jazz as well, who sold at the deadline, I don't think that'll be a problem for them. The Blazers are a team the Lakers can catch. I think at this point, I could see the Lakers getting themselves into like a 9 or 10 seed. I don't think they'll have enough legs to actually host a playing game. I'm actually interested to see what the chat has to say, what the comments have to say. Let us know if you think the Lakers
I'll
will
just
make the playoffs.
I just checked something. Like they are 11-10 over the last 21 games, and they beat Houston 4 times and Spurs 3 times in those 11 wins. So yeah, they are not playing Spurs in Houston throughout the rest of the season. They are not playing like very bad poor teams. So yeah, I think they will drop to the playing spots.
And the recent loss to the Blazers, that could be significant. As you mentioned, those significant losses here. I kind of want to talk about that was the first game we saw the new cast together. Obviously, things can change here, but contrary to what I thought they would go with, they started Russell, Davis, Troy Brown, who I would imagine would turn into LeBron James when he's healthy, but they also started Hachimura and Schroeder. So I'm not too surprised on Hachimura starting instead of Vanderbilt, but Dennis Schroeder starting when you have Malik Beasley, who actually played really well in this game. I think that's an interesting decision by Darvin Ham, but what do you think is the best starting five for this Lakers team for the rest of the season? Do you think Dennis Schroeder should be involved?
I don't have much problems with Dennis Schroeder being involved because he's a better defender than Malik Beasley.
Fair enough.
I'm okay with Schroeder playing. Like I'm not okay with him starting, but he's playing 36 minutes a night, which is maybe a little too much. But I'm okay with Schroeder starting and play 30 minutes. And my starting five is pretty easy. Like I would say, like D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. And then you have like decent guys off the bench with Hachimura, with Schroeder, with Lonnie Walker. Like that's a decent team that can compete.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's be so difficult. It's just if they can stay healthy, which is a massive if for this team. I struggle to bet against LeBron James if he's in the play-in tournament. And I think that if you're Denver or Phoenix, I think more importantly, if you're Denver, I would not want to get the Lakers in the first round. I mean, I don't think the Lakers would win that, but like if I'm Denver, I really, really, really want to make sure I'm getting like Minnesota or Sacramento, if you put them there, or Portland. I do not want to face LeBron and AD in the playoffs. So
And
very interesting going forward.
I will say, if we get to the playoffs with that team, this team can win against the Denver Nuggets.
They can win.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. I do like
I think
I'm a
like
fan of the
I would
roster.
say Denver obviously great favorites there, but
Yeah,
like
for sure.
also, yeah, I think they can be like Game 7 won't be like huge surprise for me in that series.
It's just it's a test. The Lakers with Westbrook, they had a really rough start to the season. They started 2-8, but they've been above 500 since that point, since that ugly start. So I don't think they're as bad as people make them out to be, but they do still have their problems here. But like you said,
So
I can see them surprising
so
somebody.
if this Lakers team was playing the entire season, they'll make up the playoffs comfortable.
Yeah. So
Yeah, if this team was on like from the start and they didn't have any major injuries, I think they'll be like fourth or third in the West.
yeah, I agree. So again, not a team you want to play in the first round. As far as starting fives from my side, I like this one that Franco has here. This is the one that I would use. I
Yeah,
will,
I said the same. I said the
yeah,
same.
yeah, but I will say admittedly that Vanderbilt didn't look the best next to AD so far, but like it's very small sample size, so we'll have to see on that. But the
The
plus
problem
two
with
fifteen,
this
sorry,
the problem with this team is Vanderbilt and AD can shoot, and LeBron is also not a great shooter. So you have
yeah,
probably three non-shooters on the same team, and that's never
uh, yeah,
that's that's difficult.
yes.
But Malik Beasley and DLO are great shooters, so you just need also adding Hachimura, not non-shooter, adding a Schroeder non-shooter. So yeah,
A lot of non-shooters.
yeah.
It's no wonder, I guess there have been some struggles with this team, but it'll be interesting to see again. Plus 215 to make the playoffs, minus 275 not to. I'm definitely not going to take a minus 275. A plus 215 looks somewhat interesting, but I feel like once you get to the play-in tournament, you could find some. There might be some better price available. What do you think on that?
I just think their schedule is tough.
Yeah,
So like if they had like average schedule, I would be like heavy in favor of plus 215. But they also wins against some great teams this season when they are healthy. So it's like them figuring out. The Portland Blazers loss is like one of the most unbelievable losses in the entire season because the shooting variance was like totally in not favor of the Lakers. I think like they made 23 threes in that game, and expected was I think 13 or 14. Like so, they
Mhm.
were like almost 10 threes above expectations. That's 30 points. So
Yeah.
I think that one hurts because it was just unlucky. Because if you take a look, go back and watch all the threes scored, I think you'll see like what defense can do better this there. Like out of 23, 20 were great defended great. And you don't count on Tybull wide open threes because you want him to take them. So
Yeah.
like he made 4 out of 6 and changed the game. And Damian Lillard, Dame time was in the first half where he made like 8 threes in the first half. Like
He had 30 at
and
half.
that's yeah, it's pull up threes. Oh, it hands in the face. Like what can you do about it? Like when he
Yeah.
gets hot, you can't do it much. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was funny.
that's the last.
Darwin Ham, Lakers coach, after that game, he was asked about the Lakers defense, and he said like, based on he said he looked at some numbers at halftime, like our defense was great. It's just like these shots are going in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I most of the time the Lakers would do better in that game, but will be interesting to see if they can go over the line for the rest of the season. This was a clip taken from our Pick and Roll live show, which you can catch right here on the Board YouTube channel, the NBA content division of the Hammer Betting Network, every weekday around 11:20 a.m. Eastern Time. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like to catch all the live shows or for more clips just like this.